Prince Andrew viewed sex with teenage Virginia Giuffre as his birthright, new memoir claims. This story discusses suicide. If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, please contact the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline by dialing 988. Prince Andrew's accuser, Virginia Giuffre, is recounting the multiple sexual encounters she allegedly had with the disgraced royal as a teenager. In her upcoming posthumous memoir, Nobody's Girl, a memoir of surviving abuse and fighting for justice, Giuffre, who died by suicide earlier this year, opened up about her first alleged sexual encounter with Prince Andrew, which was orchestrated by convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein and his partner Ghislaine Maxwell. In an excerpt published by The Guardian on Wednesday, Giuffre detailed the night of March 10, 2001, the evening she was first introduced to Prince Andrew at 17 years old. Prince Andrew, Jeffrey Epstein's friendship fueled by money and sex. Author, as we chatted in Maxwell's entryway, I suddenly thought of something. My mom would never forgive me if I met someone as famous as Prince Andrew and didn't pose for a picture, Giuffre wrote. I ran to get a Kodak funsaver from my room, then returned and handed it to Epstein. I remember the prince putting his arm around my waist as Maxwell grinned beside me. Epstein snapped the photo. Later that evening, after the group went to dinner and a club, Giuffre recalled Maxwell telling her, "When we get home, you are to do for him what you do for Jeffrey." Back at the house, Maxwell and Epstein said goodnight and headed upstairs, signaling it was time that I take care of the prince, she wrote. In the years since, I've thought a lot about how he behaved. He was friendly enough, but still entitled. As if he believed having sex with me was his birthright. I drew him a hot bath, she continued. We disrobed and got in the tub, but didn't stay there long because the prince was eager to get to the bed. He was particularly attentive to my feet, caressing my toes and licking my arches. That was a first for me and it tickled. I was nervous he would want me to do the same to him. But I needn't have worried. He seemed in a rush to have intercourse. Afterward he said thank you in his clipped British accent. In my memory, the whole thing lasted less than half an hour. The next morning Maxwell told me, "You did well. The prince had fun. Epstein would give me $15,000 for servicing the man the tabloids called Randy Andy." Giuffre's second sexual encounter with the prince took place a month later at Epstein's New York City town home, according to the excerpt. Like what you're reading? Click here for more entertainment news. Though Giuffre admitted she didn't recall when the third encounter took place, she remembered the location. I don't know exactly when I had sex with Prince Andrew for the third time, but I do know the location. A 72-acre island Epstein owned in the U.S. Virgin Islands. The private sanctuary, right next to St. Thomas Island, was called Little St. James, but Epstein liked to call it Little St. Jeff's, she wrote. Also know that it was not just the two of us this time. It was an orgy. I was around 18, I said in a sworn declaration in 2015. Epstein, Andy, and approximately 8 other young girls and I had sex together. The other girls all appeared to be under the age of 18 and didn't really speak English. Epstein laughed about how they couldn't really communicate, saying they are the easiest girls to get along with. Epstein was found dead in his New York jail cell weeks after his 2019 arrest. The American financier was awaiting trial on U.S. federal sex trafficking charges involving dozens of teenage girls and young women, some as young as 14. Investigators ruled his death a suicide. Maxwell was convicted in 2021 for helping lure teenage girls to be sexually abused by him. She is serving a 20-year prison sentence. In August, royal experts told Fox News Digital that Andrew was grappling with private turmoil behind closed doors following the news that Giuffre would be speaking out from beyond the grave. My sources tell me that there are serious concerns about Prince Andrew's emotional well-being, royal expert Kinsey Schofield of YouTube's Kinsey Schofield Unfiltered claimed to Fox News Digital. Andrew previously rejected Giuffre's allegations and said he did not recall having met her. In 2022, he settled with Giuffre for an undisclosed sum, agreeing to make a substantial donation to her survivors' organization.